Aloha, beautiful souls. Welcome, Tarot Ohana, to Empress Moon Tarot 777. I'm very happy to have you here at the channel today. This is going to be a love reading for the signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I hope that you are all doing amazing. I'm doing a combined reading for you today. Please be sure to check out a recent upload that I just did, and it's called, no, let me see, how did I title? I know what I titled the song, but how did I title the video? Cosmic Love Frequencies, Our Love Survived the Moon. So it's a song that I created based off of the fiery Aries moon and the Libra sun. It's a love story that transcends it. Polarity, rebirth, and time itself. So do check it out. It may be of help to you. We are going to be using our Wisdom of the Oracle today, as well as our Light Seers Tarot. The cards have been pre-shuffled, and we are going to hop right into it. Let's go ahead and let's get our Oracle card. Orphaned. Ooh, orphaned. Ah, don't like getting that one. All right, let's see what we get. Maybe that full moon took a little toll on you. Let's see what cards we're going to get here. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We have the Knight of Coins, the Two of Swords, the Eight of Coins, Eight of Cups. Well, there's the orphaned energy. Queen of Coins, the Moon, Strength, Page of Cups, and the Hierophant. Overall energy is that of the Three of Cups. In this particular case, because we do have orphaned, I'd say that the Three of Cups is more like energy of let your friends help you, right? So let your friends help you through a difficult time. Seek guidance and comfort and assistance from those that you care about, right? Because I do see somebody walking away, and it appears that somebody is choosing to walk away because the other person may be putting work first, may not be paying any attention to them whatsoever. And I'll show you what we've got here in just a minute. But there's this essence here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, where there's this feeling of solitude. But the Three of Cups is saying there's no reason for you to feel this sense of solitude because there's people in your corner. You just might not be really paying attention to that in the moment where you're feeling this sense of loss, right? So in this moment where you're feeling this sense of loss and you're feeling like maybe you're not up to visiting with friends and family, or maybe you don't feel strong enough to kind of move forward, because we do have the Strength card as the challenge. So it's saying now's the time to reach out to friends and family anyway, right? Even though you might not be feeling strong enough, because sometimes that strength comes from those people in our life that help us to see things in a new way. So your struggle for this romantic reading is the Strength card. And in this particular card, we see a woman who's half lion, half human, right? So there's that essence of really needing to feel whole again, really needing to feel that strong sense of inner strength, but also to be able to show a sense of softness and care for yourself as well as for others. But that seems to be interfering with this relationship in some way. Now, Spirit at the end of this reading gives a strong message to you in general that this is a good time for you to work on yourself in a spiritual way. And so we're going to jump straight to the end, and then we'll cover what comes next, okay? We're going to the end of the book. So we have the Hierophant here. Notice there's just one person on this Hierophant card. And he's sitting in this meditative, posture at the base of a long stairwell. And what's at the top of the stairwell? At the top of the stairwell, there is this beautiful light energy. It's almost like this particular situation that you're going through is occurring entirely to help you to transcend to a new level of spirituality, a new level of connection to source, a new level of connection to your guides, connection to your higher power. Learning that faith sometimes comes in the hardest of times because maybe we're not looking towards those things when everything is going well. And so you have this energy here where you're going to find the most comfort and the most amount of happiness, because he's like smiling. He's not upset. He's smiling. You're going to find the most amount of happiness as a result of this situation if you focus on those things. Meditation, spiritual awakening, spiritual topics, things of that nature. And so keep that in mind. All right. Where are you and your person? Well, one of you's been throwing down some roadblocks and the other one doesn't know what to do about it, quite frankly. So we see that there's this strong protective energy, it looks like of the masculine energy, right? Strong protective energy of the masculine energy, whether you're male, female, they, them, doesn't matter. But this strong, strong, strong energy here of saying, oh gosh, please don't come my way because I got to do X, Y, or Z. Or, oh gosh, don't get too close because I'm not quite ready to get that close. And so there's all of these potential things that keep getting in the way between you and your person. And then we have the feminine energy who's like, oh, I don't want to look at this. I don't want to know what's going on. I don't want to know, why this roadblock is here. What in the world do I do? And so there's this, strong essence of not knowing what comes next. So it gets very interesting from there because what I see, shall we say the one with all the roadblocks, all these coins, right? This seems to be working on how do they create more roadblocks, right? How can they create more roadblocks to prevent any kind of movement forward for whatever sort of reason? There's this essence of, oh gosh, maybe I need to work on myself. Maybe I need to focus on my work, not put any energy into a relationship. And so somebody could be using work as an excuse as to why they are unable to give you the time that you need or the time that you deserve. Or maybe you're doing that to somebody else because you're not too sure, too clear on this particular connection. Well, we see with the Eight of Cups, one of you is going to be walking away from this. One of you is saying, okay, enough is enough. I'm not putting any more time and energy into this. And it may be simply because you're feeling completely alone. You're feeling as if you've been abandoned. And there's this essence of feeling like your person's just not there for you, whether it's emotional distance or whether it's physical distance, or whether it's just plain simple ghosting, which I hate and despise, by the way. I find it to be an absolutely horrible way to treat another human being, to just flat out ghost them like that. But it's this essence of feeling like maybe you're just not really too sure what comes next because somebody's not putting the time and effort into the relationship. They're focused on other things. And so when we see somebody choosing to walk away for their own sense of peace, well, there's this essence here of one person being deeply, deeply, deeply rooted in strong emotional reaction is what it feels like. They're emotionally reacting to the situation, while the other is trying to maintain a sense of stability, act a little stoic, saying, okay, this is the way things are. And we see that our Queen of Coins in this particular scenario doesn't appear to actually be doing much. Yes, she's loyal. Yes, she cares. Yes, she could be compassionate if she so chose, right? But yet we saw orphaned. So although she can be all of those things, we see this essence of you two both not connecting. And there's not an opportunity for the person who's holding all this love and this compassion to actually show it to the other individual because of roadblock after roadblock after roadblock, because of difficulty after difficulty that's thrown in the way, because somebody is afraid to get too close. And that somebody that's afraid to get too close is drowning in deep emotion, because the emotions are what's causing them to say, whoa, brakes, let's put the brakes on. Let's put those brakes on right now. So, so we have a strong delay, a strong delay. But the energy that Spirit says is coming next, and let me see what the next card is. Page of Wands. So the energy that we see where this is going for you, Earth signs, is a focus on personal spiritual growth and development. And it seems that this person who's being very avoidant and very much, putting the brakes on this connection is really perhaps part of your journey to move towards a different phase of spiritual development, or move towards some aspect of your lifelong purpose and your personal journey. But yet it's not going to feel comfortable at first. It does show that it's going to be very positive for you, and the movement forward is going to bring a great deal of happiness. But it comes with learning lessons, and each step is a learning lesson in and of itself. And each step brings you closer and closer to that point where you are connected to Source. You are connected to your higher self. You are connected to your spirit guides. You are connected to your higher power, if you have a belief in that. It's this essence of each step forward is bringing you closer and closer to that higher vibrational level. But you can only get there through trial and struggle. And that's what I'm seeing. Trial and struggle is going to bring you there. So don't let yourself get caught up in this orphaned energy, all right? Because it's actually for a higher purpose. All right, my loves, that's what I have for you. Mahalo, nui, loa, love and light. Kiss, kiss, and ta-ta for now.